Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite film podcast. Let me mute this real quick. Ka-chow. Sorry, I have the Masters on in the background.
Hell yeah.
So, welcome back to your favorite film podcast. We're the average film enjoyers, Trey and Evan. Again, this should be your favorite. I mean, it's the best one out there, at least in my opinion. Yeah, we are here today. Sorry we're here a day late. I got off work yesterday and I was freaking exhausted. I called out of work this weekend. Evan convinced me to.
Sure did.
Today would have been my 8th day in a row working, and I'm just like, no, don't want to do that. So, we are here today. We're going to talk about some movie news. We're going to talk about our next two Paul Thomas Anderson movies, Inherent Vice and Phantom Thread, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff we've been watching recently. Don't think we're going to do a list today, but we'll do all the other stuff we usually do. But before we get into anything, Evan, how's your week been? What's been going on?
It's been chilling, man. It's been good. Watched some movies. Worked a lot. I'm off tomorrow, which is hype.
Hell yeah.
Just been in depression since finishing Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't know what to play. I've downloaded like a bunch of sports games, and I'm just like trying to find something to play because I'm just
play Evil West, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Or grind some Siege.
Might have to.
Have you played Skyrim?
Yeah, when I was like 13.
Okay, you could.
I've been
just
thinking of playing Fallout.
Replay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could be good.
Because I watched the first episode of the show. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but
hell yeah,
it's peak.
Hell yeah, yeah.
How about you?
I'm doing good. Been playing a lot of MLB The Show as I do. Been working a lot at my new job. Yeah, that's basically it. You know, I work, I watch movies. That's my entire life.
Real.
Big news though. I think I am going to go to school in the fall.
Oh.
So, for the listeners, Evan knows this. I graduated like 2 years ago from high school. Was like, fuck this. I don't want to do school anymore. I took a tour of the film school at PSU, Portland State University. And I was like, cool. So I'm doing this in the fall.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to film school in the fall. That's a big thing.
That's sick.
And then I don't have to work full time, which is... And the first class I have to take is Intro to Film Analysis. And I'm like, cool, so I just get to watch films and analyze them.
Heck yeah.
That's already what I do.
Yeah.
No, I'm
awesome,
really
dude.
looking forward to that. Like doing like full-time school.
I miss school.
Yeah, especially since it's just going to be like film classes. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. That's probably the biggest thing that's happened this week.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And once you're out of school, it's so hard to meet people,
Yeah.
specifically females. Like where did you meet Beth? How did you meet Beth?
Tinder.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been on Tinder. There's like a 1 in 1,000 chance that it'll actually work. Evan obviously got very lucky and met.
We stay winning.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Massive W.
So, but outside of like dating apps and stuff, it's really hard to meet people. School makes it really easy because you're just like with these people all day, every day. So yeah, that'll be nice too. Maybe
Heck yeah.
maybe I will meet a fellow film lover, which could be exciting. Yeah,
I miss Scobro. I want to go back.
yeah. Sorry, I'm just like so freaking out of it today.
It's all good. You got
Um,
some movie news?
yeah, let's do it. Biggest one I want to talk about first. There is supposedly a Chris Farley biopic in the works,
Oh.
with Josh Gad directing and Paul Walter Hauser playing
Oh.
Chris Farley. I don't know about the Josh Gad directing. I don't know how I feel about that. Not the biggest fan of Josh Gad, but Paul Walter Hauser playing Chris Farley. That could not be a better casting, in my opinion.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say Josh Gad playing Chris Farley.
No, Paul Walter Hauser playing Chris Farley. Um, that could not be a better casting, in my opinion. I think he is going to kill it. I'm really excited for this. Yeah, I mean, Chris Farley is one of the greatest
Yeah.
comedians of all time, and yeah, I think this is just a great thing that they're making this. I'm very
that's
very
sick.
excited.
I love Chris Farley. Tommy Boy was one of the first movies I ever saw.
Oh, it's a classic. It's one of the best comedies of all
peak.
time. That was like the biggest piece of news for me
Yeah. The
this
one
week.
that I am very
Um,
excited about. Kendrick Lamar and Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Their untitled musical will release in 2025 on July 4th. The film follows a young black man interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum who discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned him. This is going to be hysterical.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Um,
you've seen Book of Mormon, Trey Parker and Matt Stone's musical.
No.
It is one of the funny. I've seen it 4
Are
times.
they the
I've
guys
seen it
that
again.
do South
South
Park?
Yeah, they do South Park. So they have a musical about the Book of Mormon. I've seen
Yeah.
it 4 times live, and I'm going to see it again in November. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. So hell yeah, give me another musical because that's fantastic.
Yeah, we also got CinemaCon happened.
Yes,
We
lots
got
of news.
good reception from Deadpool and Wolverine.
We'll see.
Okay reception for Captain America 4.
Yeah.
And really good reception for Gladiator 2. So
Yeah, I'm very excited for Gladiator. I love Paul Mescal, so
yeah, me too.
that's a W.
Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, and Brian Tyree Henry debut origin story Transformers 1. I don't know if we've talked about this.
That is going to be I think we talked about it. Yeah, like I told you about it at one point.
I think we talked about it before I watched any of the Transformers movies. So, yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's going to be
That's going
sick.
to be yeah, and it's animated too, so that's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
Wait,
who's going to voice Optimus then?
Chris Hemsworth, I'm pretty sure, is voicing Optimus Prime.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, you fact check me on that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Something I am very excited about. Smile 2. This was at Paramount's panel.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see what they said the plot is?
No.
Smile 2 follows a famous pop star and how the curse spreads amongst her fans. That sounds like a blast.
That does.
I mean, the first one is a banger. It's a banger.
Damien Chazelle sets next film
Yes.
at Paramount. I don't even want to know I don't even need to know what it's about. I just know that it's Damien Chazelle, and I'm in.
Dude, it's super ironic because man's been in director jail, or we thought he was going to be stuck in director jail. Hasn't been that long, but the only details about the new film is it's set in a prison.
Cool.
Made a movie about
That's
being
sick.
Yeah.
New scary movie is in the works from Paramount.
Yeah,
excited
I'll
for
watch
that.
it. They're fun.
Those they are fun.
Yeah,
Um,
something crazy. A live action R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin movie is in the works.
yeah.
Give it to me.
Um,
That sounds insane.
uh, yeah, that's awesome. J.K. Rowling says she won't forgive Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson for trans stance. Well, that's
Ooh.
okay. You're an awful person. No
Yeah,
one wants
nobody
your
likes you
forgiveness.
anyway. Yeah, fuck you,
Yeah,
J.K. Rowling. Scumbag.
yeah. Oh gosh, I completely forgot about this until just now. The new Donald Trump movie, The
Yeah,
Apprentice.
the picture of Sebastian Stan is awesome.
Yeah, that looks sick.
I'm excited for that. That'll be really funny.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, for sure. I don't know if you had any others, but that was about it for me.
Uh, the Minecraft movie finished wrapping. It's probably
Oh,
gonna be shit. We'll see. I'll watch it, but
yeah. Well, it's
expectations are pretty
also
low.
a stacked cast too. Isn't
It is
Jack
very
Black in
stacked.
it?
Yeah, and Jason Momoa.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably be interesting. I hope it's better than Mario because that movie sucks.
Okay. Well, you don't have to be making accusations such as that.
Yeah. Do you still want to do watch list first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mine is pretty short.
How many do you have outside of Thread to Thread? And your favorite voice? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I need to take a nap. How many do you have?
Just pulling up my letterbox.
Because I have.
I have 3.
I
I swear I'm
four.
gonna go crazy tomorrow. All right, you start.
Okay. First I have Slapface, which was a Shudder horror film that I watched. Real stinky. Had some cool moments,
Shit, man.
but overall, real poopy. Cool poster though. Cool poster.
Yeah,
You want to give us your first one?
yeah. I watched my next Dario Argento film, Inferno.
Hell yeah.
Dripping. I felt bad because my letterbox review just says juice, and I watched this the day that OJ died. I felt like that was kind of a weird review. I was like, But yeah, this movie is amazing. Like, okay, this movie's style is amazing, and the blood is all like Argento just gets color, like
Yeah.
no director does. He makes shit pop like you would not believe. It's so good. This movie's really trippy and like the plot's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd recommend it. I watched it on Shudder.
Hell yeah.
It's my least favorite of the ones I've seen of his, but I still really enjoyed it. I give it a 4-star.
Hell yeah. Next, I watched Breakdown with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, see what happens when you join the Real Talk raffle?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yes.
Rec from well, now you have to watch Back to the Future.
I know.
You should watch it today. But got this rec from Coda. Great rec. Had a blast with it. Really tense. Really kept me on the edge of my seat. Kurt Russell is genuinely one of the coolest people to ever live.
Yep.
Yeah, really had a lot of fun with this one. 4.5. Definitely go check it out. It's on Prime right now, and Paramount Plus.
Oh, nice.
What is your next one?
Next up, I gazed yet another from the god himself, Jeff Prophet. Watched Just Caught a Body. It
Hell
was
yeah.
very entertaining, like really funny.
That's
it's
sick.
probably like mid-tier Prophet, but it was pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with a little mid-tier Prophet.
Yeah, I mean, I was just playing random shit on my Xbox, and I was like, I'll throw this on.
Hell yeah. Next movie I watched was Bleed with Me. Not the Miles Teller movie, Bleed for This. This movie is called Bleed with Me. Shudder original. Kind of a spooky horror movie. Really weird. I would definitely recommend it. I give it 3.5 stars. I thought it was
Nice.
interesting. Yeah, check it out. It's on Shudder. I don't want to say too much more. I would try to go into this one as blind as possible.
Cool.
Yeah. What's your next one?
After that, last night, my girlfriend bought me and her some Lego sets for our anniversary, and she got herself the
Oh
Lego.
yeah, happy anniversary, dude.
Thank you.
That's very exciting.
Yeah. So she got herself the Lego Up House. It's the house with all the balloons sticking out the top. Cool set.
Oh
So we
yeah, and
watched-
you guys watched Up, right?
Yeah, we watched Up last night.
Hell yeah.
Did
Did you cry?
No.
Oh, I cry
I was,
every time.
I was building Lego while I was watching it, so I wasn't locked in. I don't love Up as much as other people do, but it's a very enjoyable film. I like it.
Really visually pleasing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It looks great.
Yeah, that's the first movie I ever cried at. I had never cried during a movie until it might have been like last year.
Wow.
Last year, after I got sober. I cried at a lot of movies after I got sober. I'm not feeling good. I don't know what's going on. I cried at a lot of movies. Like, you remember that movie 65 with the...
Yeah.
I cried during that movie. It was like a month after I'd gotten sober.
That's
I went and
awesome.
saw it. When she was talking
Nothing wrong
about
with that.
how her like parents had died or something, or how his daughter had died.
The beginning of Ambulance made me cry in theaters when they're busting that little girl out of the broken car. She's just wailing. Like, I started crying in the theater.
Yeah, but I was with my girlfriend at the time, who was my girlfriend, or we weren't even dating. It was like an ex of mine that we were like friends with benefits. Little tip for you guys: don't do friends with benefits with a person you've already dated and broken up with. Not a good idea in any circumstance. But like, we were in like a weird place, and then the wife dies, like everybody knows, and Up,
Yeah.
and the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And I just started sobbing, and I was like, I don't know why, but it's just him. He's so hard. Oh, this is so emotional. So yeah, I love Up. I think it's
Yeah.
excellent.
The first movie I cried at was conveniently the very first movie I ever saw in theaters. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. When Patrick and SpongeBob are drying up on that lamp table,
Yeah.
5, 6-year-old me, whatever I was dying. I was so depressed.
That's really
First-
funny.
Peak first theater watch, though.
And then the next night, because that was like a cry, so it was like a few tears. And then the next night, I watched Her for the first time. And that ending, I
Yeah.
was like sobbing.
Inconsolable.
And the part where Joaquin Phoenix shows up to Amy Adams' apartment, and she's like, "Did she leave too?"
Ugh.
Like, I was just like, "Oh God!"
Yep.
That movie breaks my heart every time, but I love it. But yeah, the next movie I watched was called The Trust. Watched it this morning. Has Nick Cage and Elijah Wood. Another cheesy Nick Cage action movie. This one was fun. It's Nick Cage's character is extremely goofy in this movie.
As
Real-
we like
he-
him.
Yeah, he's just a silly guy. So if you want some silly Nick Cage, go watch this movie.
Are you gonna go
yeah.
see that new Nick Cage horror movie that just came out?
Oh, which one?
Arcadian.
Oh, I don't know. I don't go
I think
to
it's
the
like a
movies,
Quiet Place
so
ripoff. Yeah, that's fair.
I'll probably watch it when it comes to streaming.
Yeah. I want to try and go to the movies tomorrow.
Yeah.
Either watch Civil War again or go see The First Omen. Because
Yeah.
I really want to go watch Civil War again. It's peak. But I'm dying to see The First Omen.
Mm.
Also, big apologies to all the Average Film Enjoyer listeners. I thought that Late Night with the Devil came out on Monday. It did not. Comes out next Monday. Or
Like in over a week or like in 2 days?
well, let's see. The Devil Shudder. April 19th. God damn it. Next Friday.
It's okay.
Maybe we'll try and watch her before the pod.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I don't know, because I'll be getting off work.
Yeah, true.
So maybe we record and then
Yeah.
we
We'll figure it out.
watch it, and then the next day we record a review about it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm so excited.
but yeah, that's what we've been watching. This is gonna be a short episode. I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm feeling kind of sick right now.
Oh,
So-
shit.
Yeah.
Well-
I called out sick of work, and now I'm actually feeling sick, so I don't feel as bad.
Damn.
Fuck. What were we talking about?
We got Phantom Thread and Inherent Vice. What would
This
you
is
like
a
to start
really
with?
bad. We're doing a horrible job right now. I'm gonna be honest.
I had a long day at work. You had a long week at work. Where it's
Yeah.
alright. It
Sorry,
happens.
everybody. What would you like to start with?
Let's start with Inherent Vice because I think you've got more things to say about it than I do. More nice
Okay.
things too.
Holy cow. This movie felt like a fever dream.
Yeah, it
Um,
really does.
Half the time you can't tell whether to take it seriously or whether to be laughing. You usually end up laughing though.
Oh yeah.
This is about a PI in the 1970s who does an ungodly amount of drugs.
Yeah. Holy
Um,
shit.
So you
Not the hard stuff.
No. You can probably tell how from that description how this movie is made. There's a lot of scenes that you can't tell if they actually happen or if he's just like tripping. The one scene I want to point to is the final scene where Josh Brolin. Also, let me say this: Josh Brolin, excellent in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Um,
really funny.
But he busts down his door and then eats all the stuff, all the extra pot in his ashtray. What the hell?
Dude, I love this scene. I don't know why, but it makes me laugh. Like his name is Doc Sporello, right? Or something
Yeah.
like that.
Sportello?
Sportello. Yes, thank you. And I don't know why, but the scene when he's like, he goes to meet that guy that's like the black guy in the doctor's office, and
Yeah.
like his nickname is Doc, but he goes Doctor to one of the doctors, and they just respond Doctor. I don't know why, but that just made me laugh really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie has insane vibes. The soundtrack is fantastic.
Yeah.
The cinematography is great. The performances are good. It's really funny. It's also very messy. This movie throws
is really
so much
messy.
shit at you. It's crazy. Oh, Johnny Greenwood did the score for this too. That's such a I love him. Yeah, this is just a really entertaining film, but this is a long movie. This is a very long movie, and
Yeah.
there's not really any downtime. It's just always throwing shit at you, always. So you can't like, you lose the plot because there's so many characters. Also, all the characters in this none of them have simple names. They all have super fucking weird names. They're like Shasta Fox and let me read some of the cast or the character names.
Also, I want to just like, not to interrupt you, but
no.
Martin Short. The what?
Oh my god!
I didn't even know he was in this movie, and he showed up, and I was like, holy cow, it's Martin Short!
Dude, he's so funny in this movie.
He's so funny in every movie, let's be honest.
The car ride scene is hysterical. Dude, I'm gonna bump this to a 4, I think. The car ride scene is so funny when it's like, can I come with you? And Joaquin Phoenix is like, is everything right with your car? Like, headlights work, all this? And like, yep, it's good. And Martin Short puts this big bag under the seat and is like, what is that bag? And he goes, don't worry about that. And then they get pulled over and he just starts losing it. And he goes absolutely crazy. It's hysterical.
Yeah.
This is yeah, I like this again. This movie is super entertaining and it is really funny and it's just messy and there's so much information. Hong Chow is so funny in this. Uh Super horny and just like, "Do you want the Pussy Eater special? Are you a cop?" He's like, "Nah." He
Oh,
goes, "Ah, you would have
yeah.
gotten a discount on the Pussy Eater special." It's like, "Ah, what does PI count?" Yup. He's just standing there. Then the two girls come out and they're like, "Not you," and they're just going at it right in front of him. Hysterical.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maya
that was
Rudolph
really
cameo.
funny. My Rudolph
Did you
There's a
love
lot of
that? Yeah.
cameos in this.
Reese Witherspoon shows up. Benicio del Toro, super funny in this too.
Benicio del Toro was very good.
Owen Wilson's
Uh,
just whispering in your ear every scene he's in. So
yeah.
it's like a dimly lit room, and he's just like, I can't do a good Owen Wilson, but he's always
He
talking very quietly. It makes me laugh.
no, he's just always like, well, yeah, man.
Yeah,
We're sitting here, and well, I was doing a lot of heroin. I mean, wow. And I
yeah,
mean,
that's good.
oh wow. I can't. My Owen Wilson. I can't do a very good Owen Wilson.
That was good. That's good
Um,
stuff.
but
Ta
yeah, I
talking
mean,
talking
oh,
about it with you has made me realize how funny this movie is. Because I
it's
watched this by
really
myself.
funny,
Yeah,
and it's a vibe too.
yeah.
Oh my god, the vibes in this are just immaculate.
It's weird because it's like bordering hangout movie just because of how awesome the vibes are and how like this movie doesn't really take itself that seriously.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and Joaquin is such a silly ass character in this. Ugh, the mutton chops are crazy. His facial hair just ugh.
yeah. It's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, he. Okay, I'm glad that we talked about this first because I'd raise my score to a 4. Yeah, this movie. I'm glad I rewatched it because I saw this movie when it first came out in 2014 on a road trip,
Yeah.
and I was definitely too young to enjoy this movie. Not that it's
Mm-hmm.
like inherently graphic or like overtly whatever. It's just like it's a lot of stupid jokes and very dry humor at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad I got back to it because I always kind of just like thought, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
glad I
There's
rewatched it.
definitely movies that are like that for me that I
Yeah,
kind of always thought were like that's just okay, and then I'll
yeah,
rewatch it and I'm like, oh, that was actually pretty great.
yeah.
Uh, like Licorice Pizza. I think Licorice Pizza is just like okay, but who knows?
I'm hoping
When
it
we
goes
review
up.
it next week, I could be like, yeah, this is like his best movie.
Dude, I love that movie so much.
I mean, nothing's taking over The Master for me, but I could definitely
No.
see it like breaking into the top five because that's just like the kind of movie that I enjoy. Like it's just a
Yeah,
hangout movie.
it's definitely a hangout movie.
Um,
Yeah. Well, speaking of top 5, let's talk about Phantom Thread.
yes, Daniel Day Lewis's best role.
Wow, you have this over There Will Be Blood?
Yeah, I think
I
he
don't.
is. I. It's very like understand this. It's very very close, but I
You
do
might be
think he
spitting.
is just a tad better in this than he is in There Will Be Blood.
You might be spitting, I'm not gonna lie. Reynolds Woodcock is such a good character.
Also, what a baller name.
Yeah, holy smokes.
What's your name, sir? Reynolds Woodcock. Like, insane name.
His delivery of his lines is so extremely entertaining. This is like one of the most particular people on the planet. He needs everything a certain way,
Yeah.
and
He's a ginormous man child.
he does not give a shit. He will like call out anything he doesn't like, and it's very entertaining sometimes. This is a very interesting film because the first half is a romance and the love
Mm-hmm.
of, making clothes and passion and a very driven man trying to let somebody in. And then the second half is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Where I remember I saw this in the theaters with my grandma. Shout out to grandma who loves to go watch these kind of movies.
Yeah, shout out to Evan's grandma.
Yeah,
Also,
she
we haven't
she does
shouted
all.
guy in out in Brussels.
Belgian.
We haven't shouted you out in a while.
Man.
The most avid supporter of the average film enjoyer. Please reach out to us on one of our socials so we can have you come on and like be on an episode, or we just want to show our appreciation in some way.
Heck
Maybe
yeah.
send you some merch. Reach
Heck
out to us, please. Um,
Dude, there are so many lines in this movie that make me laugh. I'm looking through the quotes right now. The scene when she brings him tea and he's working and he freaks out about it, and he says, she's like, "Oh, I'll take the tea out." And he goes, "The tea is going out. The interruption is staying right here with me."
yeah, he's
And-
so petty.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love it.
So yeah, basically in this movie we get this relationship between Reynolds, who is like a world-renowned dressmaker, and Alma, who meets him while he is taking his vacation in the countryside. She's like a waitress, and they fall in love. But Reynolds is a man-child. Like, he's one of the most, in my opinion, annoying characters
Yeah.
ever.
And he
Because-
like meets his mummy. He freaks out if Cyril's not there.
Yeah. Also, what's their relationship? Is that like his
Yeah.
sister?
I think it's just a friend partner. I don't think they're family.
Because
They might
in
be, I'm not
the
sure.
credits, it says Cyril Woodcock.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and if somebody doesn't do the way he likes it done, then he throws a massive fit.
Yeah, his sister.
He always has to get his way. So basically, it's about their relationship and how Alma is kind of like pushing him.
Yeah. Really quick, like I know we do spoilers for these reviews. If you haven't seen this movie, skip forward because the second half of this movie is crazy as shit, and you don't want it spoiled.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about it. Me and Trey have never talked about this movie before.
Yeah. And so basically, when he doesn't get his way, he becomes insanely abusive and ignorant and
He goes for the heart.
yeah, he's a bully.
Dude, that line, the whole scene when Alma plans the dinner, and Cyril's like, "This is a terrible idea. He hates surprises. Like, don't do this shit." And she's like, "I'm gonna do it anyway." And then there you go, comes in and he's like, "What's going on here? Where's Cyril?" She's like, "I sent them home." Well, when's Cyril gonna be back? Later. And he just starts losing. He's like, "I need to take a bath." Like cleanse himself from this interruption, and he has this line. It is some cold shit to say to a person you're in love with. He says, "Is this an ambush? Are you sent here to ruin my evening and possibly my entire life?"
Yeah,
This is
dude.
deep into their relationship too. They're romantically involved at this point.
Yeah.
And that scene with like when they have dinner finally and the asparagus and he freaks out about the butter on it and not oil and salt, and then it just goes to this absolutely like ruthless fight between the two of them storming off. Ugh.
Well, it's not even a fight. It's just like
He talks
him bullying her.
shit. Yeah
And her just kind of taking it.
yeah
And it just gets worse and worse. So what Alma does and what becomes like kind of their relationship on like how they stay happy is she feeds him poisonous mushrooms that make him sick. And she's basically like, yeah, when he is too high strung, he needs to just chill out and I need to take care of him. And then
chill out.
yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
die.
And they just like keep doing this when
Yeah, it's so
he like
crazy.
gets too worked up.
Because the first time it happens, like he doesn't know, but
Yeah.
then you have the final line of the movie, or not the final line of the movie, but right at the end, they're fighting. He's tense as shit. He kind of knows, and she says, "I want you flat on your back, helpless, tender, open only with me to help." and then I want you strong again. You're not going to die. You might wish you're going to die, but you're not going to. You need to settle down a little bit. And he's like, yep, let's do this shit. That's crazy. This movie's ending is so twisted, and I love it. I love the ending of this movie, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so fitting that he is this powerful ass person
Mm-hmm.
and meets this random girl who matches his energy and maybe surpasses it.
Yeah.
And this is just the most toxic couple on the planet. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we love about the plot.
Can we talk about how good both
Yep.
of them are?
Yeah, the performances are
Like,
insane. Absolutely
the
insane.
majority of the time, I forget it's a movie. I feel like I'm in the room just watching them.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, I don't see it as Daniel Day Lewis and what's her name? Um, what is her
Vicky
name?
Creeps.
Oh, yeah, she's the lady from Old.
Man, she wasn't even nominated for an Oscar for this. That's crazy.
Was Daniel Day Lewis?
He was nominated, but he didn't win. Let's see who won that year. Oh, I think this is when Gary Oldman won for Darkest Hour or whatever that's called.
Oh, I haven't seen
And I
that,
was
so
really mad about it.
I can't
Yeah,
comment.
I was super mad about this.
Have you seen The Darkest Hour?
I've seen some of it. My brother likes it. I was like, I've sat in when he was watching it. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
That's,
Um,
yeah.
and this was Daniel Day Lewis's last movie, right?
Yep. Yep. He's
What
done.
what a movie to go out on.
Yeah, because this is Daniel Day Lewis. We all know he is like the reason he stopped making movies is because he is a method actor who puts everything into his roles, and he couldn't take it anymore. And he comes in with one of his most complicated characters. Like
Yeah.
you have Daniel Plainview, he's tortured by past deeds. This is just a complicated man who is a perfectionist. But has so many layers to him. And I think this is definitely his most complicated character, and it is such a good one to go out on.
Yeah.
Let's see
Like
who else
just
was
being like,
nominated.
yeah, let me drop this insane role first and then I'm done.
Yeah,
Um
insane.
let me just drop
We
maybe the best performance of my career and then call it good.
yeah. This year's acting nominations were not that stacked. It was Gary Oldman and then Timmy for Call Me by Your Name, big W performance. Daniel Day Lewis and then Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out. I didn't realize he was nominated for that.
I thought he was excellent in that movie.
Oh yeah, he's great. And then Denzel Washington for Roman J. Ezreal Esquire, which I
I
heard
still
was kind
haven't
of a
seen
mid
that.
movie. Got pretty mixed reviews.
Yeah. Shout out for Get Out though. Shout out Bradley Whitford, the goat.
Oh, I love Bradley Whitford, dude.
He's so fun.
He's so
You
good.
have you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah,
God, dude, he's so good in that show.
yeah, he's awesome. Something we have not talked about yet is how insanely stunning this movie is. This is one of
Yeah.
the best looking films I've ever seen.
Yes.
Shot on
agreed.
film, the film grain it pops, makes every scene feel super authentic, and the dresses are beautiful. The scenes of him working, insane. The costume design, everyone's dressed to the T in every scene of this movie.
Yeah.
Daniel Day Lewis is dripped out of his mind all the time. It's crazy. Um, the New Year's Eve party at the end, the colors are so good because it's a pretty like pale movie. It's mostly
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
backgrounds, white rooms, dark rooms, and then you get the balloons and everything popping, and that scene is so pretty to look at.
Yeah.
I also think the pacing is really good. This movie's it's a lot shorter than Inherent Vice. It's like 2 hours 10 minutes maybe with credits.
Yeah.
But I think the pacing is really great, especially because there's such a tonal switch like halfway through that it like locks you in really hard into this whole new aspect of these characters. Yeah, I love this movie. I loved it so much when I first saw it. This is actually my first time rewatching it since I saw it in theaters, which I'm pretty shocked that I hadn't gone back to it because I love it, and I will probably
Yeah.
rewatch it again at some point, like sooner than however many years it's been.
Yeah, for
8,
sure.
7. Yeah,
I
it's
got through all my
phenomenal.
notes. Do you have any more for Phantom Thread?
Um, no, I just like the supporting cast is great. The score is great. Johnny Greenwood cooking as per usual. Yeah, yeah, he's my goat. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
this movie. It ranks pretty high. Do you want to do our rankings, or you want to save that and just do a total ranking next week after we finish?
Let's just do it next week.
Sure. Yeah, we'll have our concluded PTA ranking. Very
Yeah.
excited to talk about that.
Um,
That's what we'll do since we only have one to review next week.
yeah.
We'll have a poll coming out soon.
Yeah.
Here's the real
So
question: do we put Jeff Profit on the list?
I think we do.
Yeah, I think we do too.
But you know what's going to happen? Everybody's going to vote for Jeff Profit.
I hope so. I sure hope so. 'Cause I still haven't seen his horror films, and I really want to. So probably terrible.
True.
Yeah, Phantom Thread is phenomenal. I was debating a 4 and a 4.5 to a 5, and then I just kept thinking about how much I love the ending, and I was like, yeah, this is a 5. This movie's fantastic.
Yeah.
I need to look at my lists and see where it ranks because I want to change it. I think. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been struggling with my 3 and 4 a lot. We'll talk about it, but
yeah. So in our upcoming episodes, we have on Tuesday we're reviewing Wild Tales and The Wages of Fear. I'm really excited to watch The Wages of Fear. And then next Friday we are finishing up our Paul Thomas Anderson director deep dive with Licorice Pizza. The Tuesday after that we're doing Third Man and Memories of Murder. And then that Friday, we don't know yet. I'm going to put a survey up on Tuesday with our Tuesday episode so you guys can go and vote for who you want to hear, for who you want us to do a review of. Or like a director deep dive on, a director that we haven't touched on or nobody else has touched on. I think I might add a write-in section for
I might drop in the Real Talk Discord like give us some suggestions to put on the list for some more obscure names besides the usuals.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's about it. Follow us on our socials. I'm Trey the Film Noob everywhere. He's Evan0567 on Letterboxd.
Sure am.
That's about it.
Yeah.
This is a short episode today, but we will see you guys on Tuesday for what will definitely be a longer episode.
Yeah.
All right.